What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be answering a question that I got from Jamie L, I believe his name is, or her, whoever it is, I don't know. But Jamie L asked the question, how do you find your targets on Instagram to grow using the bot? So for those who don't know, if this is the first time you're watching this, maybe this is not the first time you're watching this, not really sure who is watching this, but we use Instagram bots to grow our business. Okay, not just Instagram bots, but we use Twitter bots. We use all kinds of different tools. Now, there's different places where you can get these tools. I'll just share where I use mine. There's a company called igbots.org, and there's another company called Bots and Apps. Okay, Bots and Apps is a place where you can use the same IGBots tools, but through a monthly subscription as opposed to paying a one-time fee to use it. Really just depends on what you're into, what you use it for, and how long you're planning to use it, right? Now, what these tools do is they gain you followers, they gain you attention, they gain you sales to your business, and the most important thing, at least in my personal opinion, is sales, right? And of all the different things that you get from these tools, to me, followers doesn't matter. To me, all that stuff on Instagram doesn't matter. I want to use Instagram to make money. But the only way I could do that is it doesn't just make you money out of nowhere. What it does is it allows you to interact with a larger audience so that that larger audience gains you more results over time, right? So essentially how this works is you get whatever tool you want. You want to do liking, or do you want to do follow and follow, or do you want to do commenting? And for different businesses, different tools are necessary, right? So if you're just trying to get as much general attention as possible, the follow and follow tool is going to be great. If you're looking to spread a certain message, then the comment tool is probably better for you. But once again, the like tool is just to get people's eyes on you, right? So there's different things, for different, I guess you could say different strokes for different folks. Now, with that being said, guys, there are going to be some things you want to pay attention to when finding your targets for Instagram. Just like when you do advertising, you have targets or points of interest. It's the same thing when you're using a bot or an Instagram bot. Now, let's just say, for example, that my page was a comedy meme page. Well, then in that case, the best target for me would be larger comedy meme pages that are actively growing and that have mostly real fans, real followers. Now, a good way to tell, or an easy way to tell if the fans are real followers, is you just go to the followers of that account and see if they look like real people, right? You can look at the first 10, click on all of their profiles and take a look at it. So let's just go ahead and do this together. So I'm gonna pull up an account here that happens to be a supplement company, and let's take a look at this supplement company if their fans or followers look like real people. So we're gonna go over here to the 527,000 followers that they have, and let's just take a look at these 10. So I'll click on one account here. This account is private, so let's skip that one. We have an account here, so clearly this account looks pretty real. We have Engineer Lean, or whatever her name is, and clearly it's a real account. We can do this over and over and over again, so I'm going to click at this guy. This guy obviously has a real account. You can click on somebody like this. Let's see, private account. So I'm a U.S. Air Force and I love my job and my kids, so clearly real account, right? But an account like this to me looks a little bit fake. And even if it's not a fake account, it's still, I would consider just a fake account for the the purpose of this video. Even though it might not be, but to me it does. This is clearly real account, right? So there's real people behind these accounts. Now, what I'm trying to say is you want to look at the most recent 10 followers, right? And if there's going to be an account that has a high chance of being fake, or it's growing based on fake followers, that's not going to be an account you want to target, right? So you're going to want to look at multiple targets. That's the first thing. The second thing is you're going to want to make sure that the account that you're targeting is exactly similar to the exact same niche that you're offering. You don't want to have something that's somewhat similar. It needs to be exactly similar. Now let me explain what I mean by that. When I say exactly similar, if I'm a supplement company, right, and I sell supplements and supplement clothing, I need to find another supplement company that sells the same thing as my target. Now, I also want you guys to realize that you're going to have multiple targets because you have to test what's more effective, okay? So, and like I said, for all those who have no idea what I'm talking about, you open up the follower list, you use one of the bots that I just showed you from either website, and you run the tool. So I'll just click follow, and it will start doing the activity for me. I don't know what setting did I set it here from, 2 to 6 seconds? Yeah, so 2 to 6 seconds it will wait to perform a follow. That's the first thing. So the first thing, real followers. The second thing is it an exact match? Category match, niche match, whatever you want to call it, it needs to match. So if I'm selling, let's say, Christian merchandise, right, and I'm selling t-shirts with Christian merch, you want to be able to do the exact same thing, right? So if I'm using another account as a target, right, I'm going to find an account that sells Christian merch as the target, right? And I'm going to try to match their content style. If they're getting pictures of models and they're putting those pictures of models up on Instagram, I would want to do the same thing. The reason why that is because consumers follow businesses that they like. And if we can assume that the consumer follows this brand for a specific reason, then they're most likely going to follow ours too, because ours is very similar to that brand. Does that make sense? So we're trying to get as many followers as we can. Now, there are different conversion rates to all of this. You get 15%, 30%, 50%. And basically what that means is that every person you follow, there's an X percentage chance that they'll follow you back. Now, I've done 2 tutorials here online for 7 days straight, where I would go for 7 days each and every day, and I would follow different accounts, and I would show you how much followers I would gain back. On one of the series, I had a puppy account, and I would post pictures of puppies on Instagram, and I gained a 50% follow back rate. That means for every 2 people I followed, I gained 1 follow back. So if I followed 100 people that day, I gained 50 followers that day, right? If I followed 200, I gained 100, right? So that was one. And then another account was about cars, and that was a 35% conversion rate, which is still really high. So if I followed 100 people, I would gain 35 followers back, which is really good. So you want to be clear about what your conversion rate is, and that brings me to my third tip, which is you want to go ahead and get multiple targets. Now, I already said this, but I really, really want to stress it. You want to find multiple accounts that do the same thing. And the reason why that's important is because some accounts are going to be more effective than others, and they're going to have a different fan or following base. Now, the bot just finished performing the 10 follows, so I'll just go ahead and hit click OK here, and that's basically how it runs. That's basically what it does. So we're kind of getting close to the end of the video here, but I just want to stress here the importance of these 3 aspects. When you find your targets, now most people are going to be using them for Redbubble, merch by Amazon, print on demand of some sort, or maybe even another business. But when you find your targets, like I said, find an account that's getting real growth with real followers, not fake followers. The second thing is you're going to want to make sure that you have an exact match, right, of the niche and the category and all that. And then the last thing, you also want to make sure the content is the same, right? But you want to do all these things in unison. You don't want to do, and you want to stay consistent. I forgot to mention that. The reason why you want to stay consistent is because, yeah, anybody could do growth for a day or 2 or 3, but you want to do it day after day after day. I told this story before, back when I used to talk about Instagram automation a lot, but there was a bodybuilder who I worked with who had literally 200 fans, 200 followers. And he told me he wants to start an Instagram account for a business. And I said, okay, let's do it. And I worked with him on it. And through the period of a year, by the end of the year, he had 48,000 followers on his account. He got sponsorships. He got, sponsorship money. He got sponsorship brand deals. He would get meal prep sent to his house. He got free supplements. And then he said, you know what? I have enough fans and followers. I'm good. And we just stopped working together. And then over time, he relied on that fan following. He thought he would, keep growing and doing well, but he stopped being consistent. He stopped posting as much. He stopped engaging with his audience. He stopped doing all these things. And then the supplement companies and all these other companies that were working with him started to notice. And what would happen is the bottom dollar, the amount of money that he would make, would decrease because for the company. So the company started cutting him. Then he started calling me back. He wanted to work together with me. I was already too busy, wasn't able to pick up. But the point is that you have to be consistent with what you're doing if you want consistent results. So if you're selling on Redbubble and you want to get a whole bunch of sales, it's important to keep doing and keep testing and keep trying different accounts that you can essentially compete with. And when I say compete with, you want to compete with the different the accounts that you're targeting. You want to find what account is yielding you the best result from your targets. Because, like I said, you could be leaving followers and money on the table if you don't do that properly. So that's just a quick way. And a lot of people might ask me, like, and I don't know who's going to ask this question, but how much money can you expect with Instagram bots? It really just depends on how much you're targeting, how much you're following, all of this. But I've shown a video before where I got a sale through the Instagram bots on Redbubble within the first 18 hours of me using it. And I figured I just might as well pull that up so everybody can see it. You go to YouTube here, just search for Autopilot Passive Income. Here, Autopilot Passive Income. And there is a video. If we go over here to the search function, let me go ahead and pause this. We can type in the word sales or something like that. And there's a video here somewhere. Here it is. My first Redbubble sale in under 24 hours. This was a video where I created an Instagram account. You started using a favorite bot, the same exact one that I'm showing you now, which that you guys just saw me use. I was using that tool, and within 18 hours, I got my I believe it was 18 hours. I got my first sale on a brand new Redbubble store. I didn't wait for somebody to find it through tags, through titling, all of that kind of stuff. Even though that stuff is amazing, I use social media to do it. So, like I said, it just differs for everybody. It depends on what niche you're in, what categories you're in, and how good your art is as well. You know, you could have the best art in the world. If you don't target the right people for your art, and the people are just not genuinely interested in buying, they're just simply not going to buy. So, you know, there's a lot of things that come into play, but the reason why it's an effective method is because at the end of the day, you're driving traffic to a point of interest. And that point of interest is your Instagram account. And it's up to your Instagram account to convert that individual or not. When I say convert, they go from page viewer to now a subscriber of some sort, whether they follow your Instagram, they buy your product, they're subscribing to what you're offering, right? So that's a little short message out here for the Instagram guys, everybody who's doing the Instagram out there. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Hope all is well, and I'll see you guys later, all right? Peace out, bye.